In the lush jungles of Central America, veiled by the dense forest canopy, whispers persist of forgotten civilization, a lost city built in reverence to a mythical king, a serpent deity whose power was said to rival that of the gods themselves. For centuries, explorers, archaeologists, and treasure hunters have ventured into the uncharted wilderness, hoping to uncover the secrets of this legendary city, known only by the name Xibalba, a city where the Serpent King's rule promised prosperity and the domination of the heavens. The stories of this mythical Serpent King have been passed down through generations, from the ancient Mayans to the modern-day adventurers seeking their fortune. It is said that the city was a marvel of architecture, with temples reaching toward the sky, gold-plated statues of serpents coiling in eternal vigilance, and a culture flourishing under the Serpent King's divine protection. But as the centuries rolled on, the great city fell silent, swallowed by time and the relentless jungle. The legend begins with the rise of the Serpent King, a ruler unlike any before him. Born for union of God and mortals, he was imbued with immense power, said to have the ability to control the rain, summon storms, and see into the future. His name was Kukulkan, the feathered serpent, a symbol of both the earth and the heavens. He was revered as a divine being, a bridge between the mortal world and the gods, with the sacred duty of leading his people toward eternal prosperity. Kukulkan's reign ushered in an age of great abundance. The people of Xibalba were blessed with fertile lands, abundant crops, and a rich culture steeped in the arts and sciences. Their cities grew, their temples were constructed with massive stone blocks, and the worship of Kukulkan became the center of life in Xibalba. The temples were adorned with intricate carvings of serpents, feathers, and celestial bodies, all symbolizing Kukulkan's power and his control over both the earthly and spiritual realms. But as with all great empires, darkness loomed on the horizon. With Kukulkan's power growing, so too did the ambitions of neighboring kingdoms. The gods of war grew envious of Kukulkan's divine gifts and plotted against him, seeking to strip him of his throne. Ancient prophecies have foretold the rise of an enemy who would challenge the Serpent King's rule, and the winds of fate began to stir. A rival faction, led by a powerful warlord named Ninechel, began a campaign to overthrow Kukulkan. Ninechel, a fearsome and ambitious leader, had long coveted the riches and power of Xibalba. She had heard the legends of Kukulkan's divine abilities and sought to claim his kingdom for herself. With an army of warriors and a coalition of rival cities, she marched on Xibalba, determined to take the Serpent King's throne. As the two armies clashed in the jungles, the heavens themselves seemed to respond. A great storm, summoned by the Serpent King's own powers, raged above the battlefield. Thunder echoed through the sky as lightning struck down, and the earth trembled beneath the weight of the battle. But even with Kukulkan's divine intervention, the tide of war turned against him. The once invincible city of Xibalba fell. Its temples burned, its walls crumbled, and its people scattered to the winds. In the chaos of the final battle, Kukulkan disappeared, never to be seen again. Some say he ascended to the heavens, leaving behind his city to be swallowed by the jungle. Others believe that he retreated into the depths of Xibalba, where he waits for the day when he will return to reclaim his throne. Yet, despite the fall of his kingdom, the legend of the Serpent King persists. Explorers who ventured into the jungle in search of the ruins often returned empty-handed, their expeditions thwarted by the unrelenting wilderness. The dense forests, filled with ancient trees, thick vines, and dangerous wildlife, seemed to swallow any traces of the once great city, leaving only myths and rumors in their wake. But the lure of Xibalba was too strong to resist. In the 19th century, a group of explorers led by an ambitious archaeologist named Luis Sanchez set out to uncover the city's ruins. Armed with ancient maps, myths, and a deep belief in the Serpent King's power, they ventured deep into the heart of the jungle. Sanchez's team trekked for months, battling the elements and facing the dangers of the unknown. They followed the faintest clues, the ruins of forgotten temples, the carvings of serpents on ancient stones, and the faint whispers of those who still believed in the Serpent King's legend. At long last, after months of searching, they found it. Xibalba, hidden beneath the overgrowth, its ancient temples still standing, though weathered by time. The ruins were breathtaking, with massive stone serpents coiling around the columns, their eyes seemingly watching over the jungle. The city's layout was unlike anything the explorers had ever seen. perfectly aligned with celestial bodies, as if it had been designed with divine precision. But the discovery came at a cost. The explorers soon found themselves haunted by strange occurrences, mysterious figures in the shadows, unexplained whispers in the wind, and a sense of dread that seemed to permeate the air. As they delved deeper into the ruins, they uncovered the secrets of Kukulkan's reign, his great power, his fall from grace, and the curse that had been placed upon the city. Sanchez and his team realized too late that they had awoken something far darker than they had anticipated. The curse of Kukulkan, once sealed away, was now unleashed. Those who desecrated the city and disturbed the Serpent King's resting place would pay the price. Members of the expedition began to fall ill. Others vanished into the jungle without a trace, and the remaining explorers grew paranoid and fearful. Some believed that Kukulkan's spirit had returned, furious at the trespassers who dared to disturb his city. In the years that followed, the discovery of Xibalba became a tale of tragedy. Sanchez, once a man of ambition, was found dead under mysterious circumstances, his body drained of all life.